Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute. In April, end of April, I went on a trip to Europe. My last video I said, I'll be back, my May TBR video will be late. I never posted it. I also never, I picked it and then abandoned it into, abandoned? I just ditched it 2 seconds in. I've been in a slump this month. It's Memorial Day for those in America. It's the 25th. I'm on my 4th book of the month, and with the pace I'm going at, I won't be finishing it this month. I'm in a weird slump, and I can't figure out how to get back into it. So I'm hoping the June TBR will kind of get me back into it. I watched a video earlier, and somebody was like, oh, it's like the mid-year slump, and I'm like, must be, because I thought I was back in. So I was like, kind of like, on my trip, I didn't read it all. So I was like, that's fine. It took me a second to get back into it. My second book, I was like, wow. Well, actually, I got back into reading pretty easy. But in the middle of my second book, I watched Off Campus. Duh. Who hasn't? And since then, I haven't been too big on reading. I've been wanting to watch things and... Well, not even listen. I've been wanting to watch things more than read. So I think that's the main reason for the slump. But anyways, today we're going to do something different. Since it is Pride Month, happy Pride, besties. We are going to use a handy dandy color wheel. So what we're gonna do with this, switch it up a bit. Instead of picking from the TBR jar, we're gonna spin the wheel, and whatever color it is, we have to pick a book of the cover of the color of the cover. Am I having a stroke? The color that gets chosen, we pick a book that has that color, that cover color. Why can't I? You know what I mean. So let's just get right into it. I've been yapping too much. Alrighty, so this is the color wheel. There's blue, red, green, orange, purple, yellow, pink, gold, silver, black, white. The colors might not be exact. I'm really just trying to get back into the groove of reading. So if it's close enough, I'm gonna pick it because I need to get out of this slump. So first, color. Pink! I thought it was red. I couldn't really tell from the viewfinder. Pink. Okay. That's such a cute color. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna collect. I already have 2 for my 2026 TBR. I'm gonna see what else I have and I'll be back. Okay, I have so many good options for the color pink. It's kind of insane. So I clearly need to get going on my pink covers because... insane. Okay, first option, Practice Makes Perfect, Sarah Adams. I almost chose this book instead of the book I'm currently reading, but right before this I reread Power Play by Chelsea Curto, and there's apparently a trope that's used in here that's also in that one, so I didn't want to read that 2 times in a row. The next one on my 2026 TBR, Problematic Summer Romance, Ali Hazelwood. There's not too much pink, but there's the pink highlights. Oh my god, my cover's a little bent. But I'm dying to read this. I for sure want to read this in the summer, obviously. Just whether it's June or July, I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I love Ali. I'm slowly making my way through her books, and I have loved every single one of them so far. And then next we have Consider Me, Becca Mack. Once again, an option for the TBR. On my 2026 TBR, I just can't seem to pick it up and read it. I don't know why. I've heard such great things about this series. I'm so excited for the series, but for some reason it's one of those that I'm delaying for some reason. And then to continue with the summer theme, I have The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I don't know too much about this. This is a book I've had for a really, really long time. But once again, I'm like, is this a June or a July? But it's still a summer book, and you know. And then next, Through the Dust, Amber Palmer. This is the second book in this series. I read the first one a few months back and I really enjoyed it. This would be a nice, easy cowboy romance read. I don't know exactly what... It's kind of like a Dislike to Lovers, I believe. And then another summer read, Summer in the City, Alex Asser. I haven't read any Alex books. However, I have Light Lark series. I don't have Crown Tide because it's in hardback right now. Anyways. And then I have Starside from her, and then I have this. I haven't read anything from her yet. So this could be my first book I read from her. And then the last book I have is Warrior Princess Assassin. You could argue that this isn't pink, but I don't really think it's any other color. It could be orange. I don't know. What color is peach? Is that more of a pink? That's more of an orange, huh? Well, I wanted a romantic-y in here since everything else is romance. So this is an option as well. Very intrigued by this. I think this is the start of a series. That's my only hesitation with this. So let's see. We're gonna put this back. I was thinking of reading it last month and I never did. So we're gonna just put it to the side because maybe I'll pick it up then. I was considering picking this up before, so maybe we'll put that. This is the issue with having so many options. Okay, I've narrowed it down to 2. We've got Problematic Summer Romance and Summer in the City. This one is a brother's best friend and there's an age gap. This one's kind of like an enemies to lovers. She's a screenwriter, he's a billionaire, and I think a fake relationship. So it's kind of like they're complete opposites. I just don't know which one I'm in the mood for. I'd really like to add both. Oh, how many am I putting on the TBR? We'll decide that later. I don't like this Target edition. I will say I hate these sprayed edges. I don't know why I got the Target one. I should have gotten the Burns one. Okay, since I haven't read any Alex Astor, there is one book of hers I know I want to choose for another color. So we're gonna chance it that we're gonna get that color. We're gonna go with Problematic Summer Romance. I'm so excited to read this. Plus it's on my 2026 TBR. Just makes sense. Perfect way to kick off the summer vibes. Let's pick the next color. That took way too long. Alrighty. I'm not going to delete it off of there because I don't think I can. This is just some random generator. So if it gets pink again, we'll just ignore it. And spin again. Spin number 2. Green. Okay, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. I don't have a single green cover on my 2026 TBR. Note left. Looks like I read it all. So let me look around, see what else I have for green. This totally could have worked for green. Oh well, the spine's pink. Anyways, I'll be back. Okay, I have a pile of options once again. Let's start with the one fiction, I guess you could call it. Taylor Jenkins Reid, One True Loves. It's about a girl named Emma. She married her high school sweetheart and then one day he goes missing. And then 10 years later-ish, I don't know how long actually. Years later, it just says years later. Years later, she's engaged to an old friend of hers. They rekindle, they get engaged, and then her husband shows up. It's pretty much about trying to decide which love, I guess. I'm very intrigued. I've only read a short story by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I really, really loved it. So I need to read more of her stuff. I have quite a few of her books, so always a great option. This one I'm kind of cheating a little bit. Don't Let the Forest In, C.G. Andrews. Not Andrews. I do this every time. I always say C.G. Andrews, but it's just C.G. Drews. But I've kind of been dying to read this lately. It has more black cover, but it does have green in it, and the sprayed edges are green. So I might cheat a little with this. Plus the spine is green-ish. This might be cheating. And then we have King of Envy. This was on my 2025 TBR. Never read it. It has the green there. That's why I have this as an option. I'm so behind on this series. I've heard such good things about this one too, saying that this is one of, like, probably the best one of the series, and I've yet to read it. And King of Gluttony came out at the end of nope, that came out this year. That came out when I was in Europe, I think. So I do need to catch up on this series. So another option. And then I have the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I really, really, really want to watch the movie, but I want to read the book first. Otherwise, I'm not going to read the book. Because for some reason, that's just how it ends up going for me. So great option. And then the last option is The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. This one is kind of giving summer vibes with the waves. And this is a fantasy, so it would be stepping away from romance, get a little different. It is, I don't know too much about it. They stole his crown, so he stole their daughter. Love that. For years, Eric, the scarred king of the Ever Kingdom, has thought of nothing but vengeance against the man who killed his father and trapped him beneath the waves, making him a prisoner in his own realm, till his enemy's daughter unintentionally breaks the chains on the Ever, and Eric makes her an unwitting pawn. In his vicious game of revenge, she's innocent, he's vicious, but he will take back what he lost no matter the price, unless she steals his heart first. I am very intrigued by this, and I have been meaning to read this for a while too. I think I'm trying to decide between the Ever King and Don't Let the Forest In. I really want to read this so bad, but is it cheating? Kind of. This is also giving me summer vibes. Oh, I don't know. I really like both on here. That would be ideal. This is definitely more green than this. Can't decide. I'm struggling to decide these days. Is it obvious? Okay, we're gonna go with Don't Let the Forest In. I've just been dying to read this. I really wanted to start it the other day, but for some reason I didn't want to read it on the Kindle. I wanted to physically hold it. I was out of town, so I only had my Kindle. Anyways, so we're gonna start this. I've read the first few pages already. I didn't finish the first chapter, but I kind of started reading it the other day. So we're gonna go with this. Okay. Third spin. Is that pink again? That is pink again. So we're gonna... Does that say silver? Oh my god, I know what I'm gonna grab. I know what I'm gonna do. Alrighty, besties. Now that I see it, it's kind of cheating. Starside, Alex Astor. It's more blue than silver, but there's silver within it? I don't know, but I've heard really good things about it, so I'm kind of like... There's silver on there, so we're gonna count it. Starside, Alex Astor. This is her newest release, her first adult fantasy from my knowledge, because I believe Light Lark is young adult. And I've just heard really good things about this, and I heard that the second book in the series is coming out later this year? I don't know, but I've just heard really good things about it. And since I didn't pick her for a pink cover, we're gonna pick her for silver. We're for sure gonna do 2 more. We might do 6 depending on what the next 2 books are, but we're for sure gonna do 5. With the way the sun is setting, the camera tripod is kind of giving the books a shadow, so I apologize. But anyways, we have pink, green, and silver. Let's see what our 4th color will be. Oh. Is it gonna be green again? Yeah, okay, we spin again. Jeez, oh, let's not scroll down. Is it gonna be yellow or gold? It's gonna be yellow, okay. Okay. I'm not too sure what I have here. Oh! Can literally see a yellow one right behind me. I have been dying to read this. It is in my 2026 TBR. It's more gold. Yeah, that's more gold than yellow. So is that. Man, I hope gold gets picked. I have so many options for that. Just from here. I have more yellow than I was anticipating, so let me grab a few and I'll check back with you after. Okay, I once again ended up with 5 options. I don't know. I'm not doing that on purpose. Just keeps ending up that way. First option, Sanctuary of the... Can I speak today? Sanctuary of the Shadow by Aurora Asher. I've had this book for a really long time. I think it's a standalone too, which is nice. Obviously it's about a circus if you can't tell. I think there's witches. Enter at your own risk and discover the greatest show on earth in this explosive, dark, imaginative debut fantasy. I don't know, she's like a witch or something of the sorts, and he's a hunter of that kind or something. I don't know. Come for the show, stay for the magic. There's magic in it, so maybe she's a witch. But I've had this for a while. Next, Conditions of Will, Jessa Hastings. I've had this book for a while. I love these kind of edges. I know she's like a psychic or something. And then her dad dies and she has to go back to her family in America because she's living in London. And there's something about the will. Conditions of the will. Or conditions of will. And then next I have This Summer Will Be Different. I recently read Meet Me at the Lake. Like that. This would be a great summertime read. Plus it could be another romance for the list, since that is my primary genre. Which goes into say Starshipped by Cat Sebastian. I've heard really good things about it. My friend Maddie, who I literally mention in every single video on the channel, she recently read this. I'm pretty sure Rachel Reed talked about it in an interview recently. So this has been high up on my radar lately, plus Pride Month. Gay. And then the last option is Please Don't Go, E. Salvador. This is on my 2026 TBR. I don't know too much about this. They're in college. She's trying to figure out her life. I know she deals with grief a lot in this. I think it's a pretty heavy book, but I've heard really good things about it. He's a baseball player. Is she a swimmer? I don't know, but I've heard really good things about this. So I think I'm actually in between these two. This is a bigger book, but it is on my 2026 TBR. But this is gay. You know, Pride Month. I don't know. This one is shorter, so if I need something in between. Oh no. This one does give summer vibes. Baby, please don't go. If I wake up tomorrow, will you still be here? This does have The Night We Met on its playlist, so I don't know. Maybe I'll go with this, but it's also Pride Month. I think for the sake of my slump, I'm gonna read Starshipped because it's shorter. Because it is shorter, plus Pride Month. Yay, we love a good gay book. So we're gonna do Starshipped, Cat Sebastian. I might just do one more. We're gonna do just one more. So let's see, do we wanna do one more? Depends on the color, actually. Pink, we already got that. What does that say? Black. Okay. We've got a lot of options with that. Could have gone with Don't Let the Forest In, but that's okay. Guys, I think this is what we have to do. There's so many black covers, that's the issue. But like, Lightweiler does come out in the beginning of June. July, I believe Lightweiler is my only release I have in mind for June. There might be one other book. I'm so silly, there are 2 more books. I completely forgot about those 2. I'm so stupid. Crosscheck and Tempting Venom both come out in June. One's June 12th, one's June 26th. Is this really black? Anyways, I think we're not even going to look at others, otherwise I'm going to get decision paralysis. So we're going to go with Metal Slinger, Rachel Schneider. I've been dying to read this. I've been waiting patiently to read this. Waiting for it to get closer to Lightweiler release. So we're going to do that. I might just do one more. Alrighty, so we're just going to end it here. We're not going to do 6. We're just going to stick with the 5. So let's go through them again. For pink cover, we chose Problematic Summer Romance, Allie Hazelwood. For our green cover, we chose Don't Let the Forest In. Green by C.G. Drews. And then for silver, we chose Starside by Alex Astor. Pretend there's more silver in there than I anticipated. And then for yellow, I chose Starshipped by Cat Sebastian. Jeez, I'm not doing good with these names, aren't I? And then lastly, for black cover, Metal Slinger, Rachel Schneider. Pretty good mix. We have 2 romances, 2 romantasy, and 1, is it a thriller mystery? Very excited for all of these reads. It's going to be a great start to the summer. I'm very excited, very happy for it. But yeah, let me know what you plan to read in the month of June. Comment a heart in your favorite color. That's what we'll do. If you want to leave a comment, do that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, all the YouTube things. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.